I'm Hayley Slier in Tel Aviv, and as Israelis again head to the polls, I'll be taking a look at what we can expect from these new elections. It's mid-morning in Fachem, a city on the outskirts of Israel's third largest city, Haifa. Almost all the people who live here are Arab citizens of Israel, and their views on the upcoming election mirror the feelings of most Israeli Arabs. They feel alienated from the country's leaders and worry that far from representing them, the Israeli political system discriminates against them.
أنا اللي بطلبه من بعد الانتخابات إنه يكون لنا صوت بالدولة هاي ويكون لنا ممثلين بهاي الدولة مش مثل كل مرة إنه يبقى نعرف شو حقوق نعرف شو بيدور حوالينا.
بحياتي طبعا لا أكيد مش راح يكون تغيير، إذا بيصير تغيير بيصير على الدولة هون بالعرب طبعا. بتمنى إنه يصير تغيير، يصير رأي عربي، يصير تغيرات للشعب العربي هون طبعا، يصير لنا اسم، يصير لنا رأي.
Israel's Arab minority make up 1/5 of the total population, yet voter lack of interest is high. In the last election, only half of eligible Arab voters turned up at the polls. An Arab Member of Parliament, Youssef Jabarin, has been working hard to convince his community to vote.
In order to bring a real change in the Israeli politics, we need to make sure that Netanyahu doesn't come back to power in the next government. And we believe that the Palestinian Arab citizen of Israel has a key role to play in this election. We are about 950,000 voters, and this is a large amount of political weight that could really change the political screen in the Israeli coming election.
Polls show the two largest parties, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing Likud and former Army Chief of Staff Benny Gantz's centrist Kahol Levon, or Blue and White, are running neck and neck. Netanyahu just couldn't find a common ground in the long-standing dispute between the ultra-Orthodox and secular parties within his government, especially over the issue of whether ultra-Orthodox Israeli students should serve in Israel's military. And now, most Israelis have had enough of this power play.
Well, personally, I think that this is a bit outrageous. Also, the fact that the previous elections were held. I think that it's a waste of money.
People do not have energy, I think we're going to see it probably in the vote percentage. It's going to be, I guess, a bit low because people really don't want another election.
It's certainly disruptive, especially since politicians can't actually do their jobs at the moment. But on the other hand, it's in the interest of democracy, it's something you have to do.
Israel's electoral system is based on proportional representation. Each party receives a share of parliamentary seats in proportion to the number of votes cast for them, and no party has ever won an outright majority in Israel's history. According to political analyst David Sheen, if the polls are accurate, neither Netanyahu's Likud or Gantz's Blue and White may be able to craft a ruling coalition based purely along ideological lines.
They will need to pull together a coalition of other parties. Who will those parties be? Well, it's clear that they're not going to be the Palestinian parties, the Arab parties. Both leaders have already said that they are not even interested in including them in government. So who's left? Some centrist parties, the right wing, it's mainly the far right, and the ultra-Orthodox, whose votes are seemingly the ones that those parties are going to bring into the coalition government.
In many ways, the true battle for power in Israel will begin the day after the election, when negotiations begin to form a coalition government. And there are no guarantees any government will be formed. Polls show the election result might make it even harder to achieve than it was in April, possibly giving no party leader a clear route to power. Hayley Slier, CNA, Tel Aviv.